afternoon, good Monday to you.
Howdy, friends.
All right, so due to the fact that there is no news to talk about, we're just going to end the show.
Well, dude, there was huge. What are you talking about? There was huge news this weekend.
I heard nothing. I didn't see what
Dr.
happened.
Ruth passed away.
Oh, yeah, and Richard Simmons.
And Shannon Doherty.
They come in threes.
They do. Thankfully, they don't come in fours. And we know who the fourth, we know somebody wouldn't have turned their head.
Yeah, a lot of news. A lot of news going on. Look, the internet is working for now.
Yeah, for now. Now you cursed it.
Twitter's not working.
Twitter's not working?
Or X, whatever you want to call it.
What, our broadcasting thing?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it said you need a premium account.
Yeah, these guys.
Did they switch that? Is that a new
They
change?
switched it over the weekend because I couldn't do it on CMS either.
Well, I have a premium account, but it's not.
But you have a premium basic. You got to have the premium. You have to have the $90 a year one now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well,
because I have a premium.
I pay $8 a month.
Yeah, that's the cheap one.
Well, that's more than $90 a year.
Or whatever it is, that's the one you have to have. Oh, maybe, I don't know. It says, on my side, it says we're live. I don't know. Whatever.
It popped up on mine saying.
Fuck it. Who cares?
Need a premium account. Fucking dicks.
Thanks, Elon.
I like Elon. So we could just post the show, right?
Yeah, we can just post it over there.
But a lot of news. J.D. Vance has been picked to be Trump's vice presidential pick.
Oh, I didn't hear that. When did that happen? Just now?
Yeah, about a half hour ago. J.D. Vance is now the vice presidential candidate just to go along with Donald Trump. Was supposed to be announced at the event, but they announced it beforehand, apparently. But you couldn't really hide it. I mean, I saw today on X, J.D. Vance is getting to a motorcade from his home in Cincinnati, and you know where he was going. He was getting to that big, huge motorcade of a whole bunch of black SUVs. There's only one place he was headed to.
Was it surrounded by tanks after Saturday?
It should be tanks, and he'd be driving in a Pope-mobile.
That's right. What a thing, huh? Let's just get to it. Let's get to it.
I mean, everybody's seen the video, I'm assuming. So,
well, should we start with our new campaign ad that we are gonna personally run?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna put this on the Rumble and on the YouTube and on the Facebook and everywhere. I'm gonna say this to all of our fans now, all 30 or 50 or 60 of you, however many there are. Share this thing around, please. Let's see if we can't make this thing stick. I said this to you the other day. I said after the shooting, I had the perfect campaign ad, and I actually went ahead and made it. And it's a little clunky, but I'll clean it up eventually. But I think Trump could run and win with just this ad. He does not need to have a bunch of political ads saying, well, immigration and Biden sucks and blah, blah, blah. I think with this one ad.
I saw a really great one today, though, that Rivals. It's really good, too.
But do you agree that if he just ran this one ad all day, every day, he'd win the election?
Yes.
All right, so here it is. Check it out.
I'm tired of liberals with TDS, and I approve this message. Let's go, Brandon.
That would do it, right?
He's a special kind of something. It was a hell of a day today. I mean, they did dismiss the case in Florida against Trump today, too.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
They said it was unconstitutional to have Jack Smith, that dirty, rotten bastard. It was unconstitutional for him to be in charge of this thing. It was done illegally. So there you go. The case in Florida has been dismissed. So he's having a hell of a weekend, man.
Yeah. All it took was him getting shot in order for everything to start turning his way, right?
Now, there's so many crazy things about this whole shooting thing. I don't even know where to start on this thing. I mean, there's images out there of like where you can see like the vapor trail of one of the bullets going by. I mean, it's crazy that if he didn't turn his head just slightly, he's a dead man today.
Yeah. If you believe he was shot at.
Okay, please don't be one of those people.
No, that's tonight. That's on Chris Aiken Presents, because my guy Eric is all about the conspiracy. He has been feeding me conspiracy theories.
So, what conspiracy could you possibly have? The man was shot. There was somebody that died in the audience.
Well, that doesn't mean that he was shot. That means that somebody in the audience was shot.
So they aimed at the crowd who was shot, the two people that were in critical condition, one guy who covered his family and died. I mean, I lost a lot of friends on Facebook today or yesterday over the weekend because of jackass statements like that. Look, whether it's a conspiracy theory that people are posting or damn, I wish how did they miss or whatever it was. If you even thought something like that, I gave you shit on Facebook because it is so disrespectful to do, especially when somebody died.
Well, I agree.
Protecting his family.
But you knew the conspiracy theories were going to come.
And the assholes. You know, there's a special place in hell for people like that. There really is.
Yeah. Well, I think there's two different sides. Obviously, the conspiracy theories are people that don't trust the media.
So what do you think? What is Eric's conspiracy that actually happened?
He's got plenty of it. You'll have to watch tonight on that. I don't want to get into that because then it'll be me just double dipping on the same fucking thing. But there's several things that I will say there's several things that are interesting. You know, there's some things about when Trump got up and after he grabbed his ear, his hand didn't have any blood on it. And, you know, when he pumped his fist and then opened his hand, and his hand didn't have any blood on it at all, and no blood on his sleeve and no blood on his shirt. And, you know,
did you see the wound? It wasn't, exactly like a shot to the forehead, dude. I mean, it wasn't a lot of blood from your top of your ear. The bullet grazed him. It caused blood. I mean, there's pictures of the actual wound.
I'm saying is I'm kind of taking the same stance I took with Flat Earth guy. Not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it is true. I'm saying I will listen to anything. I approach everything with an open mind, including this, because who knows? I mean, maybe it is. Maybe this. And again.
So who do you think staged it?
Well, that's the whole real question is, do you think there are some people that are saying that it was staged by the left, which is why you had Biden 5 days before saying, you know, we got to put a target on Trump's back, blah, blah, blah.
Put a bullseye on him. Yes.
Yeah, put a bullseye on his back. There's that thing. There's the other side of it that says this was Trump's thing, because he wanted to make sure that they can't fuck him with fake votes. So he put himself over, and that's how you got those magic pictures, which I do have. I mean, look, say what you will about it. It's very hard. As somebody that did MI, somebody that did intelligence, and somebody that actually acted as a bodyguard, not on this level, obviously. I mean, I did it for a general in the Army, but the level of security that they put for a former president that's running for president is astronomically bad to they just fucked up level is not a good enough answer.
Well, that I agree with.
But dude, when you look at some aerial views of the location, how in the hell does a guy get up on a roof? How does he get a ladder in there? How is there not security on every rooftop everywhere?
Well, these are all questions that we're supposed to find out about. I mean, what I heard today was that the security that surrounded him on stage when everything started happening, the inner circle, the people that were on the plane with him, the staff that's normally there. And then that the people that were doing the perimeter and that sort of thing were a different group of people. I've seen security do sweeps of buildings for presidents and for stuff like that, and governors even, and there are different people that do different things.
That's a line that they feed people that haven't done it. I could tell you for a fact, and this is when I was in Korea for 7 months. I protected General Livesey, who was the commander of Armed Forces Korea, and when he went somewhere, me and a captain had to go out a day or two ahead, and we had to scope everything. We had to go out. We had to identify what were quote unquote lanes of opportunity. And then we had to practice walking from the car to the building or from the car to the podium or whatever, so that I would be kind of in the sight line of the most logical lane of opportunity for him to get shot. Now, this is just a random general in the military. This is not the president of the United States. And if we had to do that a couple days ahead, how is this not? Here's my play. I don't know what to believe, quite honestly. I'm not saying I believe this or I don't believe this. I know this much. This smells an awful lot like JFK, with windows being open and nobody closing the windows.
I'm not saying that that's not possible. I'm not saying that it's not possible that the left had something to do with something like this. But I'm not going to sit here and put up with fucking arguments that Trump. I mean, do you realize what kind of shit Trump would get into if they fucking found out that he staged something like this and that people died in the process? I don't think that he's that fucking crazy, nor do I think that people are good enough to go along with something like that. I mean, I don't know. Like, this kind of shit bothers me.
Well,
why did they let him back up to wave his fist? Pure stage. Get the fuck out of here. Don't fucking listen to my show anymore. Because I'm not going to put up with crap like that, dude. I'm dead serious. I don't have enough people who watch this show to begin with that I really care if you leave or not. That doesn't matter to me. And so, I'm not going to put up with garbage like that. I'm not going to put up with left garbage saying that Trump staged something where a man was killed.
Well, yes. But you say that as in criminals and deep state would somehow have a morality to not kill somebody. And that's just not the way it works. Leadership, governmental leadership in every country kills people. They do. They are killers. That is part of the gig.
Look, I've never said there's not a deep state. I totally agree that there's a deep state. I think that Donald Trump is the one who was trying to expose the deep state. I don't think that he would do something like that in a race for the presidency. One, that he's winning already, and two, that would potentially kill people, which did happen.
He was winning already last time. And again, I'm not advocating for it.
Because
I'm not saying
shot at doesn't mean that he's guaranteed a victory.
Oh, it does. He's done. The way this played out, let's be honest. The way this played out, unless something unbelievable comes out, the only way is if they had concrete proof that he did stage this thing. That's the only way he's not winning this election now. It's over.
Unless I was there and seen a dead body, I wouldn't believe it. Tell that to his fucking family and his kids and his wife. The guy that died.
Well, I don't think Marty here is correct in that statement. I certainly think if they're willing to stage this, they certainly would be willing to shoot somebody. They'd be willing to let somebody be collateral damage. And they'd also be willing to let it be the kind of story that it is. Look at him. He's heroic. He was saving his kids. And again, I'm not saying that it's staged. I'm not saying this guy's not really dead. I'm just saying that there's mystery in it. There's things that don't add up immediately, as is always the case. I mean, when you try to piece together what happens before you have any facts, you're going to get conspiracy theories, and they're going to get further because we can't trust anything that does come out.
Look, I'm just saying, we can't always sit there and try to build a story around something when there's no proof of it. I mean, you can't just all of a sudden come up with these fuckers that want to sit there and say 9/11 didn't happen and all this kind of crap. Everybody just wants to build their own story out of their make-believe fucking idiot brain, and it's annoying after a while. It really is. I mean, look, I'm not a dumbass. I'm pretty sure that the Earth is actually round. Okay, and I sit there and I humor flat Earth guy and I humor people that believe it. I have my beliefs. I'm pretty sure that we've proven that. I'm pretty sure that we've seen the videos of and heard the shots being fired. Look, I'm not saying that there weren't mistakes that happened over the weekend when it comes to security. You're right. How did this fucking idiot get on top of a roof somewhere?
How did he get a ladder? That's the real thing. They got video of him climbing a ladder. How did he get a ladder?
If he had a ladder, he got rid of it. How did he get rid of the ladder? Where did he take the ladder upstairs on the roof with him?
No, the ladder was right next to the building.
Well, that
he climbed up on.
Again, this is what I'm saying. Every fucking report is different because what I heard today, and again, I do this. This is what I sit there and did for 8 hours at work today. Is that there were cops that were there that they couldn't get on the roof, so there was one that was on top of another one. And they were trying to get up on top of the roof to see what was going on because people were telling them there's somebody up there with a fucking gun.
And how
they
come
couldn't
the
get up.
snipers behind him didn't just take him out?
Well, again, there's videos that supposedly of these snipers on top of the roof that are aiming at this guy like 3 minutes before he fucking shot. So there's all kind of different stupid theories out there.
Well, that's what
At some point, though, you got to sit there and go, all right, enough is enough with the conspiracy crap and just say, this is what happened.
But
a fucking lunatic who was probably deranged because of what the media and everybody else has been telling him, and he was a loser to begin with, wanted to make a name for himself, got on top of the roof somehow. We'll find out eventually how it happened, and then fucking took a couple of shots. Thank God he missed.
Believe me, I'm thrilled that he missed. I wish he would have missed the guy that did catch one. I mean, it's tragic what happened. As somebody that did security, though, this is a failure on like no other level.
Look,
this is a failure where whatever that chick's name is that's in charge of Secret Service should be in jail.
Well, and
she should have been picked up today, not after inquiries she should have been arrested today.
And that's stuff that bothers me. It bothers me that they didn't talk for like how many? Have they even given a regular press conference yet? The Secret Service?
No.
They gave one about the RNC and what was going to go on there. Have they done anything? No, they haven't. I mean, this broad was in charge of Pepsi and Fritos shit, and then was told to be in charge of the Secret Service, and she said that she wanted to make 30% of the Secret Service women. This is DEI.
Protection doesn't matter as long as there's a vagina involved. As long as you get as long as you get 2 vaginas for every 4 guys, then it's okay. Doesn't matter what the protection level is. And believe me, I hate it for that Secret Service girl because I know she's tried her damnedest and has really probably busted her ass to be all the way up to be in the presidential detail. But she looks like a fucking fool when she can't even holster her gun.
I mean, I can't sit here and just watch all the conspiracy crap go out there with no proof of anything.
Well, I'm gonna agree with Sipes here because I did pay attention to Bongino today.
Right.
And he really did lay out the facts about why this wasn't just a fuck up. Why this has a lot to do with.
So what do you think happened? Do you think that
I don't know what happened?
Biden administration said, don't protect this guy the way that you should? Leave all this equipment at home. Hey, leave that infrared that Bongino was talking about at home.
I'm going to
drones. I mean,
I'm going to say that there is some possibility of that. Yes, I'm absolutely going to say that.
I will listen to that theory a lot more than I'll listen to fucking Donald Trump deciding he was going to have a sniper put up on fucking a roof somewhere and take aim at him. Oh, by the way,
if that's indeed again, you're adding more to the story than I did. I didn't say that anybody shot at Trump.
So
I did not say that.
Random shots, and then he held his ear.
I'm not even saying that there was real shots from that building.
So now we're taking fake shots where 2 people went to the hospital in critical condition. One guy is dead, supposedly. So everybody's all in on it.
Have you seen any video, any of that guy on that roof actually shooting the rifle? It could have been somebody in the crowd on the ground. Here, dude, if you really want, since we're going to go into this, I will point out the things.
I mean, because it angers me going into.
Well, I'll simply point out the things that I know for a fact.
I'm not on board of this.
I will point out the things that I know for a fact. When I was working security on the most minor details, with a general, with other dignitaries in the military, and that's in the military. That's not Secret Service. That's 50 degrees higher than what I was doing. But shit like when the bullets started flying and all of a sudden they let the camera guys get in front to take Donald Trump's picture after he had been shot, there's no fucking way in hell that would have ever happened.
Get the fuck out of here. You're talking about a rally where the media is there. There's
no. You need to watch the video.
I've been to fucking how many rallies? Dude, I've been there.
You've never been to one where there was a shooting.
Okay, the shooting lasted for all of about 35 seconds.
And they immediately had guys with guns. Hold on.
You're not making any sense.
Yes, I am. Listen, you're talking over me and not hearing what I'm saying. After the shots were fired, then two guys with cameras come to the front of the stage. And the security guys, the guys that are armed with the helmets and whatever, let them get there. They would never have let them get there. If you have ever worked real security, they would have pointed those guns right at those cameramen and said, "Get the fuck moving." They'd have moved them out, or they might have shot them.
I want to see the video of camera guys running.
Hold on, I will find that
when this happened.
I'll find it. Hold on,
because the vast majority of people didn't run because they thought that was fireworks or some sort of popping sound going on. Nobody knew that it was bullets until the very end of it. 5 shots were fired by that guy real quick, and then 3 shots to kill him. It all happened in a matter of seconds.
I'm looking. I'll find. Keep going, because
I've been to every rally that's been here in Cleveland, and there's plenty of media and plenty of people up front with fucking cameras all over the place.
They literally moved them in. See, look at Brian. He's hitting it on the head. I'm right about this.
Who moved him in?
They moved in and they let them stand there. The security guys that came in. Well, here you go. Here, I'll start with this. This is right before it. This is right before shooting started. And the Secret Service literally moves them in front. Watch, he's telling them, "Here, get up there." Tell him, "Yeah, go up front there."
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
He pushed him up in front right before the shooting. Now, I'm not saying
he know that the shooting was going to happen.
Who says he doesn't know the shooting's going to happen?
But putting people up in front that are taking pictures of a rally going on, that's not fucking unusual, Chris.
Well, it's not normal either. It's not normal
normal.
It's not normal. They wouldn't wait till after he started to take the thing. You've done photos before. You move up in front before the guy comes on.
Look, I've been to concerts where people come out in various times taking pictures of people. That's what happens at all this kind of. They have credentials to be there as far as being a camera person, and there was no shooting that they didn't hear shots and say, "Here, go take the picture."
I'm still looking for it. I will find it. I know where I can find it. Hold on. Anyway, I didn't mean to turn this into
a restricted area behind the stage, and he was moving them. I mean, we have no idea what there were, but there were no shots fired. He just said, "Here you go, get up there and take a picture." And then if you're up there, of course you're going to take a picture. Again, the shots ended within seconds. I'd be taking all kind of pictures if I was up there.
I'm still looking, but I will find it because we talked about this yesterday on we did like a special on CMS yesterday, and we talked about it as well. Like, I don't know where it is in this fucking 2-hour-long video. I'm
not saying that the Secret Service didn't make mistakes. Of course they did. I'm not saying that maybe somebody didn't tell them to make mistakes. I have no idea. But I think it's an awfully big conspiracy to say that they pushed camera guys up front just as the shooting was going to happen on purpose so they could take pictures of
Not
Donald
just
Trump.
as after. And I've got the
shooting-
video. I've got the video.
I just saw the video of them pushing a guy.
No.
forward when the
Okay,
shooting
that wasn't
started.
that wasn't the video I was talking about, though. I told you it's after the shooting. Hold on. Share the screen. Put this up. Put this up. Blow this up. All right. So here's from the front of the screen. You could see the Secret Service surrounding the president already, right? You see that?
Okay, I don't know where this video just starts at. I mean,
Well, I can go back a little further, but I just don't want to get. I don't want to get too lost in it here. Here we
but
go.
I want to see where the shots start going.
Well, the shots already. You're not hearing what I'm saying. The shots had fired. The Secret Service comes in to protect the president.
Yes.
This guy that's on the screen right there and another guy on the other side are protecting anything from going off. But they're going to wave two camera guys to the front of this podium now while they're trying to get the president out of harm's way. They don't know that there's not more shooters, more shooting, no nothing. But they let these two camera guys up front. Watch. And I'm not saying these camera guys shot him either. I'm just saying this is such an egregious lack of protocol. It astounds me. Everybody should be fired. Watch. So here it is. They're coming in. They're looking around. They're trying to secure him, getting everybody secured. Seeing what's up. Now you watch. Two camera guys come into the middle here. They got him standing up. And here comes the fucking camera guys.
Okay, one.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
One. Wait, okay.
Get the fuck out of here.
If you're not going to just keep yelling, one, if you listen to the video, they said the shooter is down. It's okay to move.
They don't know. How do they know that?
Ground. They kept him on the ground. If you hear the fucking audio, the audio says the shooter is down. It's okay to move. That's when they were covering him and making him stay on the ground until they knew the shooter was down.
This is
bring him up and move him when fucking shots are still being fired.
This is what, 10 seconds after he's been shot.
Listen to the audio, and
this is 10 seconds after he's been shot at, and all of a sudden they can give an all clear order. That's bullshit.
They weren't going to move him with shots still flying through the air.
I didn't say shots were flying through the air. What I'm saying is
was down.
They said,
and then they were going to move him.
But all they knew was a shooter was down. They don't know who else is there. They have no idea 10 seconds in.
I didn't see anybody escort them into the area. I saw two camera guys run out into the thing and start taking pictures.
Well, where are these guys? This guy with the gun that was up there when they come over to shoot him in the fucking head.
Those guys.
They shouldn't let a. Would you, if you had just been shot at, and you just got stood up by the Secret Service to get the fuck out of there, would you be comfortable with two guys with God knows what in their hands coming up and holding them up at you?
You honestly
that is a security fucking failure.
It may be a failure.
Failure.
Again, it may be a failure, but do you think that the Secret Service at that point in time was focused on getting the two camera guys are running out into the middle to take pictures? They probably didn't know they were there.
They should be
10
focused.
guys that are covering this guy. Covering Trump.
They should be focused on everything going on at the moment. Not just these guys up here. Immediately you've got tactical deployment the second you hear gunfire. And these guys were literally guarding the stage, but let guys in front of the stage with God knows what. Luckily it was cameras and not guns.
A security failure, but not a staged incident.
Do you remember when Anwar Sadat got shot and killed?
No, I don't.
When Anwar Sadat got shot and killed, this is exactly how they did it. They took shots from a car, then they came up on him and shot him. This is it's a failure to a level that we cannot just say, well, they fucked up. That I will not give you. I'm not saying that they weren't incompetent. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a bigger reason this happened.
I don't think it was a staged incident from Donald Trump.
Well, I didn't say that it was. I said that's one of the conspiracies. I did not say that. I said that that's one of the conspiracies that's out there. I'm saying camera guys like this being able to get in front of him 15 seconds after he literally caught a bullet is insanity. Insecurity. That's insanity. They would be doing just what these guys did. First of all, they wouldn't let him stand up and find his fucking shoes and put his fist in the air. They would grab him by his fucking face and say, "We're moving now." And they would move him. Now, I don't know why they didn't do that. I have no idea. Maybe they're not trained well. Maybe it's DEI. Maybe it's fucking a coup. I don't know. I just know that there are so many major failures watching this. And these two fucking cameramen are two very, very big failures. If one of these guys had a camera that really was a gun, guess what? Donald Trump is dead.
They might be campaign workers and had clearance to be that close to the candidates, so security let them in.
Not during a shooting. All's off. It's kind of like when you're on an airplane. You don't have the same rights once you're in the air.
Okay. Have you ever stopped to think that Donald Trump has done 8 billion rallies throughout the entire country for years now?
Then why have Secret Service?
And so
then why have them?
And so maybe they were lazy. Maybe they were lackadaisical in their whole approach to it because nothing's ever happened. Maybe they were just sitting back and they were surprised. They were taken off guard by what happened. Maybe
What's
they weren't
their
doing
job,
their jobs
bro?
right. Maybe they weren't doing their jobs right.
What
But
is
I'm
their
not gonna
job,
sit
though?
here-
Their job isn't to just hang around with the guy.
But I'm not going to sit here and join a fucking conspiracy theory to think that Donald Trump staged this
I
entire
didn't say
thing.
that. You're holding on to one thing that I did not say.
I think it was a complete and total failure on part of the Secret Service, without a doubt. And not the only one.
I'm not believing it's just a failure. I'm not saying it was Trump. I'm not saying it wasn't Trump. I'm just saying I want to hear more from all sides before I make any determination. I do know this from my experience being one of these guys. What I'm seeing is failures on a level that would have put me in jail. And certainly letting two guys with some kind of machinery 10 seconds into an operation going down in front of the target, that's jailable, man. That is fucking treason, straight treason. No matter how you put that. I don't care whose responsibility it is. I don't care why they're there. I don't care who staged it. What I'm looking at right there is a photo of treason. Treason.
I can't go that far. I mean, I don't know the circumstances. We have to know what happened. We have to know the circumstances of what happened.
No,
Because
you don't. They're not allowed to be there during an event.
You heard the people say the shooter is down and then let's move. And that's when they started to take him up and bring him off. And that's when those guys ran out there like they did.
So after
of course, if you're a camera guy, you're going to take pictures of. You're going to try to get the best pictures you can.
After 10 seconds,
listen to the audio.
Hold on. After 10 seconds, you feel that the Secret Service that's protecting a president that just got shot at is qualified to give an all clear?
I'm not saying whether they're qualified or not. I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer that question. What I'm telling you is that's the audio. That's what they said. So, I mean, who am I to judge what they're doing? I mean, they think it's all clear and it's time to move them.
Well, I'm telling you who I am to judge.
It's
It's somebody that did this kind of work. I'm somebody that did this kind of work, and I'm telling you that is not protocol. Protocol would be to keep this motherfucker.
When did you do this type of work?
In the 80s, in the 90s, when I was. So what? It's still the same thing.
You don't know what the protocol is today.
I know that the protocol is to protect the target from getting shot again.
And if they thought it was clear to move him, then that's when they moved him.
I'm not saying that isn't what happened. I'm saying they wouldn't let anybody these two guys are within 10 feet of the target. And they walked in there unescorted, anything 10 seconds after.
Okay, did they evacuate everybody behind him too? Did they evacuate everybody to the side and the front and everybody that was there for the rally? They didn't do any of that. There was nobody running. There was nobody being told to get the fuck out. There was none of that.
I'm going to just put that up there as well. Another guy. I don't believe the Secret Service could be that incompetent. And that is my point. I do not believe that they were that incompetent. Not the Secret Service. No way. You can make all the excuses that you want that they're lazy because they've been fucking sitting around and watching rallies and nothing's happened. No. That's not how that gig works. That's not the mentality of that gig.
Well, I'm telling you that I know somebody that is involved in a campaign of a candidate running for president,
Okay.
who said that it is normal procedure. They are not in the exit path for that guy getting off the stage, for Trump getting off the stage, for security getting him out of the stage, and they have camera guys that are right up front following that Trump, and they were right there.
Never would have happened if I was there.
Maybe not.
If anybody was doing their job, these two guys would have either been wrestled to the ground or fucking shot dead.
By who? The 10 that are covering Trump?
By the guy that ran. Let me go backwards. By the guy that ran right across. This guy.
How do you know
that
that's
guy?
Secret Service guy. It could have been a
It doesn't matter what
guy.
he is. That guy is an armed fucking guy. He's armed. Watch him run across with his gun. He runs across with a gun. Hold on, we'll get to it. See, Snake is right, and I know him. He's a cop. When something goes down, the whole area is frozen. You cannot move. There. So see, he's an armed guy.
Okay.
And there's an armed guy.
Okay. And he's walking off to the side somewhere looking for something else.
Yeah, he's looking.
He's not even looking. He's not even looking at the stage.
He's not looking so he can clear some fucking photographers to take some cool photos.
He's not looking to stop anybody either.
He should be. That's my point. This is a failure on a level that is unexcusable.
His back is turned.
Unexcusable. He should not be looking back at the stage.
He's not looking anywhere.
He should be looking up front. And these guys should not be able to come into the picture.
You're talking about wasn't even looking when they came out there.
They should not be able to get into the fucking picture. That's what I'm not going to give up on that. They shouldn't be able to get there. Absolute failure. The whole scene should have been frozen as close within 100, 200 yards minimum. Minimum.
Okay. Do you have the actual video?
I don't. I don't have that video. This was part of a long thing that was nutty.
Just to pull up the YouTube video. I'm sure it's on YouTube, right?
I don't know what I don't know what to look up on this thing. I looked and all I could find was that one that I knew.
I'm just looking for like the 2-minute clip of the actual shooting.
Oh.
I'm not looking to argue about this. I'm looking for just the actual 2-minute clip that they have of when it started. I mean, you're asking for the entire area to be shut down and frozen, according to you. Within how many seconds did the shooting start and end?
But you're saying, well, it's okay if a couple guys wander in and out. No, you start from the front and you push everything back.
I didn't say it was okay. What I said is that in a case like that, when things are going down that quickly, you don't have that kind of time to freeze that entire area with 15,000 people that you're talking about and stop everything from going on around you.
But you stop what's right there. You have to stop what's right there. That's their job.
No, their job is to make sure he doesn't get shot again.
Yeah, and one way to do that is not let something that could potentially be a gun right up next to him. Will I admit that the Secret Service... I absolutely admit that they could be incompetent. Not on this level. Not on the level of not protecting the buildings, not on the level of not shooting somebody that people... If civilians are yelling for 2 to 3 minutes ahead of time, there's a fucking guy with a gun on a building and it's not being protected, nobody's climbing up there, they've got drones that could shoot these fucking guys. They got drones flying all over the place that are armed. Shoot this motherfucker.
Well, apparently they didn't have drones, is what we were being told.
Now we're being told that.
Dude, it's like freaking me out. I think the internet's freezing because I keep seeing you frozen up
there. They're shutting us down. They don't like this talk.
No, I see you frozen on the Classic Metal Show overlay.
Oh, well, let me get rid of that. Hold on. All right, there we go.
Like, oh my God, my internet's not working.
No, I think this might be the video. Hold on. Share screen. Is this it? Yeah. This one, right? I think.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
camera guy right there. Those camera guys are
Yeah.
off to the side of the stage.
I'm looking at this guy failing, this guy failing, this guy failing, this guy. This guy's the only one that's trying to say, get the fuck out of here. He's the only one.
And in
These
10
guys are all
seconds,
ducking down. Yes, that's their gig.
I was counting. It was less than 10 seconds that all the shots were fired. And there's your two little camera guys that ended up going
right
after the
here's my
stage.
right here's my two camera guys.
Right, and nobody's
this guy and
stopping
this
them.
guy.
Nobody's doing anything.
But somebody should
nobody,
be.
Nobody escorted them out to
Yes,
get a
they
good
do.
picture
Watch.
of Trump.
Wrong. You're wrong. Watch. When these two come out, there's a guy squatting down under him that leads them in. Watch. You're wrong on that. He runs out. Now look, right there. That guy. That guy. The guy that was bended down.
He was going
Brought
to
him
the
in.
other side. He was going to the other side. He
He
didn't
didn't
hold
know,
their
not that
hands.
guy.
He was also running.
He stops right between those two guys and lets them take photos. He lets them do it. Unacceptable. Now they're going. They're out in the middle, and there's that guy right there squatting down right with them.
He didn't tell him to go. We don't
He
know
didn't
that
keep
said-
pushing him.
we
He's
don't
got
know
to
who the
push
guy
him through.
is.
You're right. He doesn't know who the guy is. As in, he doesn't know that he's not a shooter.
You don't know who that guy is. What I'm saying.
I don't. I know
The guy's running
this.
for his life.
I know this. After 2 seconds, I know I'm not going to let him stand up and hold some fucking piece of equipment up 5 feet from the president that just got shot at. I'm not going to let that happen. I would fucking bite that guy in the face and kill him if I had to before I would let him take a photo. Because that's his job.
The only people that knew that there was actually shooting going on were the people that ended up killing the shooter. Because,
So you don't think that the nine Secret Service people that jumped on the president was a good indicator?
Nope, I think it's a good, but they've also surrounded him and taken him off stage for other shit that's happened that had nothing to do with the shooting.
Yeah, and
There's
then
always popping
and
sounds.
again-
Something happened where they've taken. I was at a rally where they took Trump off the stage because they
Yeah.
thought somebody was shooting,
and I bet you that they didn't let a fucking camera crew follow him.
I can honestly say I don't know, but I have no idea what they were doing. It's such a chaotic situation.
It is.
Look,
I'm not arguing
saying there
that
weren't
point.
Failures. I think there were definite failures. I'm just saying, I refuse to believe the conspiracy theory, especially about Trump staging this. But when that kind of chaos is going on, nobody knows what's happening.
Yeah, I know, which is why at that point you don't let
Look,
anything happen.
if
You freeze the
everybody-
perimeter and you get rid of it.
If everybody knew that there was a shooting going on, do you think these fuckers behind him would be sitting there looking like?
Well, I
"Hey,
have
what's
questions
happening?"
about
Let me hold
those
my
people
sign up.
as well.
They don't know. Nobody knows.
I have questions about this guy. Who
Okay.
the guy over here with the hat, like to the left with the hat with the.
Did
This-
you hear the theory about that guy?
I've heard the theory about this guy. It's just weird that he's standing there, and I've heard the whole thing that he's like marking the shooter or whatever.
No. You didn't hear the Joe Rogan theory on that guy.
No, what's his theory?
He's a time traveler.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he knew what was going to happen. He came back, in time and knew what was going to happen. And he played a whole Simpsons clip and everything else.
Oh, well, I'm not buying all that.
Hang on. I have that clip.
All right.
I got to get that because that is something. So I'm going to be doing that while you're talking.
Yeah, no, I have
I'm
questions.
I'm not arguing. Well, I'm arguing with you to an extent. I just think that nobody knows what to do in that kind of
I
situation.
agree. Nobody does know. I know this. That head of the Secret Service, the fact that Joe Biden didn't bring her in there today and say this is unacceptable, she's fucking fired. That is egregious.
I agree.
That's egregiously bad.
Totally agree with that.
She should have
But
been.
she won't be because
She
of
should have been
DEI.
fired yesterday. She should have been fired before they got Trump to the hospital. She should be
It's
gone.
DEI. I'm not gonna fire somebody like that.
They have to. You can't let somebody run the Secret Service when they have literally on the entire planet 8 targets. They have 8 people to protect, and one of them was not protected properly.
All right, so pull up that picture again. You have that picture still or no?
Yeah.
so we can show people exactly the guy that we're talking about.
Yeah, this guy. I'm moving the
He's the
mouse
guy
on
with
him.
that goofy hat on,
The hat,
with
yeah.
the gray
Mm-hmm.
shirt and stuff, with a little jacket. All right, you want to see this video?
Yeah.
Process it. So give me a sec. Come on, man. Why does it take so long? I didn't say they acted professional. What I'm saying is that in chaos like that nobody is expecting, because these rallies go on all the time, there may have been people that acted inappropriately or did
And do I disagree with you? No, but that is their only job, is to be ready for the chaos. That's their only job.
I'm going to screw up my entire internet by trying to download this video, because now it's just processing and sitting there like a dick.
Is it on YouTube?
It was on TikTok. I have it. I can email it to you real quick.
Yeah, email it to me and I can pop it real quick.
Because it ain't popping in real quick for me. That's what she said.
It's not that they didn't act professionally. It was a few that had no clue of their responsibility. I don't agree with you either.
I just
Eric.
sent it to you.
I don't agree with Snake either on that one, because it's bigger than that. It's lack of preparation days before that has to be done when a president shows up. And just I'm not asking for craziness here. I'm saying, like, I don't know if you've seen the overhead of it, but there's that field and there's like the barns and stuff, and then it's kind of surrounded by a street.
Yeah.
Well, when it's surrounded by the street, in anything I've ever what was that? In anything that I've ever worked in that sort of a situation, everything would have been locked down. The streets would have been locked down, and there'd be people on top of any building that had a sight line. Any building.
I sent you the video. I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, I'm just now getting it. Let's see.
But for whatever reason, it's not loading on my...
Well, I'll get it here. Let's see.
But this is another conspiracy. I was watching it going, what the hell? I know my internet's going to crash now, because now I got like blue circles going on all over the place.
Well, we'll do this and we'll get to we'll throw to a commercial or something. Well, if I can find it now. Where the fuck did it go?
Maybe they deleted the video.
What the hell? No, I have it on my screen, but I can't see. Well, wait a minute. God damn it, why has this got to be such a pain in the dick?
Because everything's a pain in the dick, dude.
Yeah, let's see. Present video. Downloads. Where's that video? Here we go.
This is crazy. Yesterday, an attempt was made on former President Donald Trump's life at a rally in Pennsylvania. First, the Simpsons have some explaining to do. Somehow, they predict everything, and this event was no exception. Years ago, the Simpsons predicted Trump to survive a shooting and win the 2024 presidential election. How did they do it? The answer to that question may be right in front of our eyes. Take a look at the crowd. Many people have noticed a man in the crowd that seems out of place. Some have theorized that this man is an actual time traveler. Time travelers have been caught on camera plenty of times in the past. Oftentimes, these time travelers are caught on camera during historic moments. But is this man really a time traveler? The video evidence is certainly concerning. As you can see, before the shots are fired, he appears to be scanning the area waiting for something to happen. Right before the shots are fired, he looks down. After the shots are fired, he appears completely unfazed, as if he knew not only that this would happen, but also that he was not in danger. What do you think? Do the Simpsons use time travel to predict the future?
Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Looking at the shit that was out there yesterday, everybody has a different theory. It's like, come on. Sometimes what you see is actually real. Sometimes what you see is what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll answer this. Do I think they put the incompetent and dregs of agents on the... No, I don't think that at all. Because in order to do that, they would have to have put them up there long term. I don't think these are first-time people. I don't think yesterday was their first day. You know?
I think Jake's right on this one. The more I listen to it, and like after I was watching it again today at work. I think it's just an AI video.
The which one? The Simpsons?
Yeah, the one you just played.
Yeah,
That's
could be.
That's not Rogan.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, who knows, dude? I mean, look. Again, the biggest thing is we can't trust anything that's being put out by the military. It's like I did the CMS on Saturday night after the event, and after it was over, I flipped over to I think Fox. Like I actually went scrolling through the different newses, and I was watching Fox and CNN and MSN, because I want to get the full flavor of what lies are being told, and I got at one point to where they were interviewing the people in, where's this place? Butler,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, where they were interviewing like the head of the Pittsburgh FBI. And this guy made me want to fucking shoot somebody in the head, him, because he's like, we're working tirelessly to find this. And I'm like, what are you doing tirelessly? You got 2 agents or 3 agents that are sitting there scanning this guy's social media package. That's what you're doing tirelessly. You're looking at his social media. You're looking for a TikTok account. They're not out there knocking on doors or any of this kind of shit. They're not doing that. And then he was like, well, what we really need is for the public to send videos in. And I'm sitting to myself thinking, all right, you're the fucking FBI. Are you telling me that you can't pull up a list of every fucking IP address that hit the transmitter nearest to this thing that was shooting video and go and visit these people and get the video? Instead, you got to ask for it on a press conference? What are these guys doing? They're not doing their job. Or at least they're not giving the impression they're doing their job.
Yeah. How about this from Marty? Trump won't be the next president because he would have to start running the country properly. I don't know what that means. And that goes against the big world plan. The big world plan, oh, by the way, is not Donald Trump. Joe Biden is the one with the
well,
big
that's what
world
he's
plan.
saying. He's saying, and that's why they're trying to kill him.
Well, of course.
And it could very well be. Again, I said that there was a conspiracy that Trump might have staged. I didn't say I believed that, but you ran with it like I did.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's
I didn't say that I believed that theory.
Like the Rogan video. I know that it's a bullshit video, but isn't it entertaining to watch it?
It is.
And look, the only thing that really irritated the shit out of me over the past couple of days, other than the fact that somebody tried to kill him, is that I can't stand these dumb fucks that are out there saying, too bad they missed him.
Too bad he missed, yeah.
And stuff like that. Because you know what? I hate Joe Biden. I hate him.
Yeah.
I think that he is running his country into the ground. I think he's a piece of shit. I don't think that he's actually running the country. I think there's people behind him doing it. I think he's terrible. I think he's a dictator because they project Trump to be the dictator. And I think it's pretty obvious that he's the one that is. I hate the people that stand up for him sometimes. I despise it.
Yeah.
I hate having arguments with people about how bad he actually is for this country. But I would never in a kabillion years wish that somebody would shoot him or that he would die.
No. Well, it makes, and I
feel bad for this idiot, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
because he's having dementia. He's going to die because his brain is rotting.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad for him and his family. But I would never want somebody to shoot him.
No, we don't want anybody. My biggest thought on this, whether it's Trump or Biden, is you don't want anybody being shot because it makes us as a nation look bad.
It looks terrible.
And you want to talk about, and again, I'll go to my Intel background a little bit. Not that I've been an Intel guy for fucking a very long time, but I know this is the kind of shit that the people that want to fucking break us down and break us, they look for this kind of shit. Do you think that having a gunman take a shot at our president, our former president that probably will be our president again, do you really think that the Chinese or the Russians or whoever it might be don't see that and see a perfect, easy opportunity to use social media, use technology to stir the pot even further?
Of course.
Because they see that they can do it.
And when you know that you have a president that goes to bed at, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the afternoon or in the evening, whatever it is, and doesn't get up all night long and is incapacitated for the most part. I mean, they know that. Our enemies aren't stupid.
They're not. And think of the security holes just from this. They know now that our people can be stirred up enough to actually shoot at a president, even if it costs them their life.
Well,
they also know, they don't think for a minute that every ounce of video that we've seen and that we haven't seen yet hasn't gone through the intel communities of Russia and China and whatever, and they haven't picked apart the Secret Service to see what their protocols are and to study it and learn what happens during a shooting and learn from it. That's what happens.
By the way, Jake, I know you're a fan of Bobby Kennedy. I hope you saw that Donald Trump was asking for Kennedy to receive a
Secret Service
protection because he deserves it.
And I'm gonna be honest. I am more inclined to believe that the left plotted this than I am to believe that this is just some massive Secret Service failure. Because if you gotta look further than yesterday or Saturday rather. Am I wrong in thinking? And I don't follow it like you do. You tell me. Am I wrong in thinking that there was 8, 10, 12, 15 people that put it up on the Senate floor once Trump was quote unquote convicted that he should no longer get Secret Service protection?
There were people out there.
That's what I mean.
That said that. Absolutely there were.
And I'm willing to bet they all had a D next to their name, right?
Absolutely they did.
So clearly the thought was in place.
And then when you look at their agenda, it comes to the left in the media, you look at people like Joy Reid and others who sat there in The View who called Trump Hitler.
Yeah.
Hitler. Well, I mean, they called him a threat to democracy. The other night, Joe Biden was giving a speech or whatever it was, a town hall with people in Wisconsin saying that he's a threat to democracy. He's a rapist. He's a convicted felon. And then he said that he made a statement about putting a bullseye on his back.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do that kind of stuff and you say those kind of things, what do you think is going to happen? There are enough lunatics out there that one of them is going to go try to do it.
Why is Maxine Waters not in jail today for the same exact type of rhetoric that Alex Jones fucking lost his whole life over? Alex Jones lost his whole life, his business, his money, his everything, over kind of saying the exact same shit that Maxine Waters is like even more dangerous. She's saying approach him in restaurants, approach him at the gas station, fuck with them. Fine, not a problem at all. There's no accountability on the left at all on this. And if you are a left-leaning person and you don't want to see accountability on that, well, shame on you for not really fucking giving a shit about your own freedom.
Seth was on autopilot for a while. I wasn't even listening to what Chris is saying. I was listening to what Chris is saying. I say that I don't fucking agree with it. Listen to the show if you're going to listen to the show. I said I didn't agree that they ushered photographers out on the front of the stage. I said I don't agree. Not on autopilot, ass. I'm just kidding. I like you, Joe. Joe's a nice guy, but he's wrong. I was listening to what you had to say.
Hey, it's a heated topic.
It is.
Look,
the bottom line. Look, sometimes I don't just sit here and suck Chris's dick. I do have an opinion of my own every now and then, and we disagree.
Yeah, and that's okay. What do I need to be careful for?
I don't know.
Saying that I think that the Democrats did this? I do. It's my thought.
I think it was Hillary
Who the fuck
Clinton.
am I? To believe me, they are not worried about a fucking podcaster with 100 fucking views.
Yeah.
They're not being like, wait a minute, that's the guy that's going to bring us down.
They're not? Fuck.
Damn it. Yeah. Keith Olbermann had to be one of those that said, hey, glad to see it happened.
I don't know. I was looking at his shit today, and he was saying something that was annoying as usual. And so I just tweeted at him. I was like, it's so sad. And I said, I feel really bad for you. I was like, you're a shell of what you used to be. I was like, kind of like Howard Stern, but at least Howard Stern is popular. I don't think Keith has responded to me. That's so upsetting to me that, like, these big-time celebrities won't respond to my tweets. What do I have to do?
Dude, they're all protected. They have the whatever that is, the gold standard that where they're gifted their Twitter presence and they don't have to see any riffraff.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Real John Drake. I feel bad. I was gonna, make fun of LeBron because
Hey, Bronny's kicking ass.
The one meme that was out there was the shooter Bronny James.
Yeah, because he was 1 for 8. There's a lot of Bronny hate going on out there too, and I'm loving every bit of it. I hate it that I feel fucking hatred toward a kid that really hasn't done anything, but I fucking hate that kid, and I'm glad he's failing. I'm glad that kid is failing because he should not be in the NBA at all.
So where do you think this goes from here? Do you think that he's going to continue to do rallies? Do you think that
no? Why would
obviously he? The protection is going to be outrageous now at the RNC. It was outrageous here when it was in Cleveland.
There's a part of me that thinks he doesn't need to do it. I'm telling you, man, he could just sit home, pop up on True Social every once in a while, and fucking win. He doesn't need to be. And that's it. I mean, where was he yesterday? On the fucking golf course. He literally went golfing yesterday, the day after he was shot. He's not going to stay in. I hope he doesn't get himself killed. I really hope he doesn't get himself killed. He needs to stay put. He needs to just... If you believe, which I know you do, that we need him as the president, then we shouldn't even want him to be out there. We shouldn't want him to do any more rallies. They're not going to change any voter base, and all they can lead to is a bad. There's nothing good can come out of it. What good could come out of it?
I don't know if any good could come out of it other than it keeps him in the news and keeps him moving forward. And what I think was smart of Donald Trump over the past few weeks is he kind of laid low after that debate to let all the shit go on. Now, somebody did say maybe this is a distraction to get us away from, trying to push Biden out of the office. And so maybe the left did do something like this to try to get rid of that story.
Well, I don't think that's the reason. I think they did it because they know he's going down. They know that Biden's going down. There's no beating him. But there could be beating, who's the guy? J.D. Vance? If Trump went down, J.D. Vance sure ain't beating Biden. Nobody knows who he is.
And I agree with John on this one too. I think he's going to absolutely do them. He's going to keep out there, and those.
I think he will too.
His base is going to be more riled up than ever now.
Yeah, and the security better be tighter than that. I mean, the security better be fucking super tight. 8:00, Marty, 8 Eastern. Yeah,
Bob called this. Bob France called this not that long ago. I mean, not that it's a huge prediction because everybody could probably see it coming that they were going to try to take him out. Now, I mean, again, I really want to know. I don't know if we'll ever know the full story though. That's the problem.
We won't, dude. We'll know it right after we get the final version of JFK.
Yeah.
That it was the shooter in the drain pipe and the shooter on the overpass and the cop man or whatever his name is, We're never going to know. And that's why they do it at these kind of things, because so much information gets out there that none of it matters. And that's exactly what happened here. There's so much video that it all contradicts itself. It's impossible to unwind it.
Yeah, well, there's so many things out there. It's really tough to follow. It really is. I mean,
it is.
There's another video of some woman in the background, and everybody's there's like 18 different TikTok videos of this.
Yeah, the woman that's like while everybody else is ducking, she's texting
and picking up her phone and start filming and stuff.
Yeah, I've seen her too.
But social media really, it made me sick to my stomach over the weekend. It really did. I mean, I just don't know how you can be that heartless. I
didn't get on it that much because I knew it was going to be stupid.
I mean, Tommy Lee had a fucking tweet that was fucking ridiculous, and people started giving him shit. Like, look, dude, you got a big dick. Just go be happy. You're like 70. You could probably still get laid by some whore, and just quit doing what you're doing.
No, well, he's making those great Motley songs.
Somebody said the other day they don't even play music anymore when they're live. It's all fucking.
Yeah, it's all fucking tracks. Yeah, that's what I've heard. They stink live though. Anyway, they always.
And he's out there promoting the death of a former president.
Well, Tommy's a retard anyway.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying.
I mean, you've met him, right? You've met Tommy, right? He's a fucking idiot.
But he's just one of the many that were out there saying all this ridiculous shit. And it's like, if you thought it, I think you're an asshole. Even if you had it in your head that too bad they missed, go fuck yourself.
Well, clearly it's now, we've become Call of Duty because they don't actually realize that it's a real person whose brain gets splattered if he fucking turns an inch one way or the other.
And that's what Melania Trump said. She said, look, my husband likes music. He likes TV. He has a family with a son and me at home, and how their lives would have changed. They don't realize that he's not just some political monster all the time. He's a fucking family guy.
Yeah. Well, again, leftists are fucking lunatics, and they're showing themselves.
Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and also say that Trump didn't feed into some of that shit. Of course he
did.
does.
Yeah.
He's trying to win an election. He's doing what he's got to do.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with that. I'm
calling
just saying,
somebody Crooked Joe as opposed to being called Hitler are a couple of, it's a different scale.
Well, it's one thing to say he's a horrible leader and he's the worst and blah, blah, blah. It's a whole nother thing to say he needs to have a bullseye on his back. If I said Donald Trump needed a bullseye on his back, my door gets fucking rattled at 2:00 in the morning by 3 guys in black suits with handcuffs.
And possibly even on a podcast that only has 100 views.
Yeah, and that's true. That is true. You know, we could get swatted for that kind of shit. And, you know, I mean, but the president could say it? Get the fuck out of here with the shit. That guy's he's as insightful as anybody.
See, now when it came to the VP pick, I would have gone a different route than JD Vance. Not that JD Vance isn't a good guy. I've met him. I like JD as a person.
Is he an Ohio guy? I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he's Ohio senator.
I know nothing about him.
So there's a couple things that suck about him being the VP pick. One, he is an Ohio senator, which means he won't be as of tomorrow or whatever. And so it kind of sucks because our good old buddy DeWine is most likely going to pick somebody like Dolan, who I didn't want to be a senator. But so I'm sad about that. I'm sad that JD Vance is going to not be part of us.
What happened to the Florida guy?
Rubio?
Or the other guy, the governor?
DeSantis?
Yeah.
I don't think he was never even on the short list, I don't think.
Oh, I thought he was like trying to be the president, right?
Well, I think he will be in 4 years.
Yeah, he probably will, but you would have thought he.
I wanted Marco. I thought what?
I just thought he would have been somewhat in play now.
I wanted Marco Rubio because I thought he could help with like the Latino vote a little bit. Yeah. Or even Nikki Haley, because Nikki Haley was one that hated him so much, and they came together. She could help bring a lot of those suburban women.
But she's considered to be a lunatic, right?
Well, he invited her to the RNC now, and she's going to speak tomorrow night.
Yeah, but she's still considered to be a lunatic. She's the what was the hot chick that ran with McCain?
Oh, Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin. She's like this era Sarah Palin.
I guess, but I think she's a little bit smarter than Sarah Palin was.
Come on, Sarah Palin was smart.
But
as in she had great tits, but whatever.
But I mean, I like JD as a person, so I think it'll be all right. I wonder what he brings to the table that's going to attract new voters. So that is my question.
How young is this dude? I'm seeing in the thing he's younger than some of the people listening.
Know exactly.
Is he in his 40s?
I don't know. It might be. But he, he's just another white guy that.
Well, we got the black vote with the black president.
It's 39.
Wow, 39. Wow. We got the black vote. Trump got shot. We got the black vote.
And so, I didn't want Tim Scott. I mean, I like Tim Scott. He seems like a nice guy, but I don't think he would have brought a whole lot of the black vote. But I don't know what, Trump already has Ohio wrapped up, so I don't know what he wanted to get accomplished with that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, he's a good speaker. He's a nice guy. He came from the streets of Ohio, the mean streets of Ohio.
Mean streets of what? Columbus or whatever? Cincinnati? Cincinnati is kind of mean streets. Well, hell, if he's from Cleveland, those are the mean streets.
First heat that he's going to, yeah, 39. Yeah.
I don't know nothing about Nikki Haley, really. The only thing I know about her is that it's been long established that she's like Alex Jones level nutty sometimes.
Rubio establishment sellout? I don't know. I mean, he is an establishment guy. But I mean, who isn't at this? If you get to Washington, you're kind of sucked into the establishment.
Yeah, true.
I'd have been happy if you would have picked Kennedy, but I think Kennedy still wants to be president. So
this is gonna sound stupid, and you can disagree all you want. Kennedy would have been a detriment because of the way his voice sounds. Every time he speaks, I just want to change the channel because he's hard to listen to.
Look, I argue with my daughter about this kind of stuff all the time. There's a reason why you don't see a lot of fat women in stuff, and you guys with voices that are bad, and people that look like me out there doing stuff because people, especially Americans, are very judgmental about stuff. Of
course.
And whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I don't think.
Can you imagine watching a debate with Robert Jr.?
I mean, I've
let me talk about immigration. It's like, oh. Dude.
I mean, I've watched a lot of stuff because again, I know somebody who's on the campaign, and I've watched a lot of the stuff, and I think he's a very smart guy, and
he is.
I think he's got some great ideas, and I do think a lot of Americans are very judgmental in that regard.
He would do better if he had one of those things that he could hold on his throat, just hold it there, and it'd be like, "This is why the immigration should be changed." That would sound better than his actual voice.
I wish Tulsi Gabbard would have been picked. If she was in a bikini, it would have been perfect on stage. Because she's got great ideas and she's hot.
And I've seen video of how she could win my vote.
Really?
Wasn't that her with the at the casino giving the guy a handy?
I don't know. Was it? I have no idea. I didn't hear that one.
Sure you don't.
Yeah. How often does a VP speak?
Well, they did. They have a VP debate. Honestly, it really probably wouldn't matter. It's Trump or bust. Nobody gives a shit. Let's be honest. Nobody gives a shit who the VP is.
Look, I'm kind of interested to see that debate, though, because I think good old J.D. Vance will wipe the floor with
camel toe.
Kamala Harris. That should be entertaining. That'd be fun.
Do you? Are you 1,000% sold that it'll be Kamala? I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's the ticket. I mean,
have they already said that that's the ticket? I haven't seen that.
Dude, you imagine the hell that would break loose if they try to put somebody else in there that's not a minority woman like she is?
Well, they could
Their
throw Big Mike.
Entire base would leave.
They could throw Big Mike in there.
Big Mike?
Michelle Obama.
Oh, I mean, I guess, but no.
That would be an upgrade for them.
It would be an upgrade for them, but I don't.
To at least have somebody that's, intelligent, sort of.
They've came out and said that she's the person on a ticket so many times. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, she's really turned into a Hillary Clinton, hasn't she? That's just mentioned every year and probably wouldn't win if she ever ran in a year.
I mean, it's so hysterical because if you go back and watch the presidential primaries or whatever it was, when they were all running to see who's going to be the presidential nominee back in the day, she called him a fucking racist and a horrible guy and everything else, and he was saying all kind of shit about her, and then all of a sudden he gets nominated president. And she's, oh, hey, I'm here.
Hey, Joe.
Now they're best of friends.
Yeah. Now she says he's the smartest guy in the room every time he's in the room. Nothing ever happens bad there. She's a fucking piece of shit.
Like to pick any other black woman off the street and be smarter than.
That's true. I don't know about all that either. I'm gonna disagree with Scott. What if he went with the Biden AOC ticket? AOC definitely not smarter than Kamala Harris. Who's dumber? Kamala Harris or AOC?
Kamala Harris.
Is dumber?
Yeah.
You think AOC is smarter than that one?
I don't think she's that smart. I think she's evil, though.
Yeah, she's
And kind of says things sometimes. I think she kind of knows what she's doing, but she's an idiot.
right.
That's terrible. Why would you
True,
say that?
but terrible. Very true.
Daniel Arnold listening tonight. Hey, Daniel. How you doing? It's amazing, going back to the social media thing, how many people that people hate me now on social media. One guy said, I used to listen to Trib all the time, and now I'm not a fan of yours anymore. I said, okay, what do you want from me? Don't be a dick. Don't be a douche. Don't minimize what happened over the weekend. And then, you know what I did?
What?
I even went back and said, look, I apologize if my comment upset you or offended you. Because I think I upset him because it was his aunt that I made a comment about. I said, so I apologize for that. I said, but to minimize what happened over the weekend, I think is wrong. I said, but I apologize if you didn't like the terminology that I used. Now, I don't want to do that because I don't really give a shit.
Yeah. So,
But I did it because he was a fan of Triv, and I thought maybe I'll show you a little bit of respect. And then he proceeds to fucking yell at me some more. I finally was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, fuck him. You can't worry about these fucking comments, man. I don't know why you even read them.
There's one guy. I could say his name, right? Because he's on Facebook.
Yeah, it's public
David
comment.
David NAU.
Okay.
If you look him up on Facebook, David NAU. He's a union guy, apparently. But he literally threatened to kick my ass because I disagreed with his fucking liberal shit. He literally sent me a message saying, why don't you hit me up on Messenger? We can settle this like men outside on the street. Like, who does that? You're going to threaten me? You want to kick my ass in person because of a comment on Facebook because we disagree on politics? You fucking insane loser.
Yeah. I don't want to put his page up because I don't want to be accused of doxing, which I think is a like a strike thing on Rumble. But yeah, this guy just looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He's like, I've worked harder than you ever have in the entire. Like, you don't even know me.
Shut up, Dick.
We're not like whipping dicks out here. I mean, we're arguing about politics.
Yeah, good for you. Go put a screw in a hole, dick fuck. Shut up.
He's one of these guys. Oh, I'm not one of these people that will sit there and be tolerant on the left. I'll tell you to go fuck yourself. Well, then go ahead and talk. But you're going to threaten me? Go ahead and threaten. Then he said, I like pedophiles. How do you get away with stuff like that? How do you honestly get away with saying on social media you like pedophiles?
Well, you could literally sue over that one, but
I'd be happy to take his Ford hat from him. I mean, like, you're going to sit there and he's going to say, I like pedophiles?
Well, maybe you do. Who knows?
But these are the people that
Fuck
we're
this
dealing
guy.
with.
I'm not dealing with them. You're dealing with them because you let these guys into your fucking world. Fuck these cocksuckers.
There was actually a Senate staffer, I think, that got fired over the weekend because actually a Democrat fired him.
Because
he posted,
that chick that said,
Yeah.
hey, too bad or have better aim or something like
yeah,
that.
and should have gotten shooting lessons or something.
Yeah. Good. Should be fired.
Rick thinks AOC is dumber.
I think AOC's dumber too. I think you're giving her a lot of credit just because she's younger.
Yeah, but I guess the one thing about AOC is I think I would actually have sex with her.
Well, she's got great tits.
And so,
Whoever
like,
said that before was dead on.
Kamala Harris, I mean, I couldn't, even in the dark, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that laugh would make the blood run to the top half of your body instead of the bottom. She's just hideous.
Bunch of fucking keyboard warriors said they wouldn't do anything if you ran into it. I know that, but I'm saying it gets so bad and so heated online with the social media crap. And like, I'm guilty of it. I see tweets and stuff or posts, whatever on X and stuff like that, and I get angry. And and I want to respond. Most of the time I don't. Most of the time I just go scroll on by and I don't really care. But there are times where I really do get pissed. And I want to say something, or sometimes I do say something.
Yeah, see, I just can't be bothered with fucking numbnuts that I don't know. Fuck them. I just can't be bothered. I will not engage it. You know, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm dumb. I'm a fucking retard. I'm a racist. I'm a pedo. I don't give a fuck what you
But see,
say.
maybe I should do something. Maybe I should, just be that whiny little asshole that says, all right, I'm going to get a lawyer. And I'm going to have, sue this guy for defamation. I mean, it's out there for everybody to see that this guy says I like pedophiles.
Do you really want to be that guy?
If it gets me money, yes, I do.
Ugh, fuck that money. I just want to be left alone.
Well, so do I. I didn't ask to be called a pedophile lover.
Yeah, but all the press and everything else that you would get from that, too.
That would be awesome. I'm not very popular, dude. So maybe, promote the podcast.
You'd get more than you think. You'd get more that... Believe me, every word, every crazy thing we've said on this show the last year and a half, you better expect all of that to come back. Because it's all out there, too.
That's probably true. Probably a lot of stuff I don't want to be.
You're going to get me sued. You'll sue him, and somebody will somebody will be playing clips of us, and they'll fucking sue me.
I should beat him with my prosthetic. But there is a lot of hate out there, man.
Yeah, there is. Well, in an event like what we had Saturday just showcases an awful lot of character. If you weren't, like, I know I was, and I still am angry and saddened. Not so much about Trump getting shot as much as just our nation looking fucking like weak again. And this thing, I mean, Trump looked strong, but our nation looked incredibly weak on Saturday. It just proves that we're a broken fucking third world country now.
Whatever it was, the iconic picture of Trump standing up with blood on his face, raising his fist in the air, and that American flag back there, which, oh, by the way, the New York Times cropped out of their picture. When they posted, they took the American flag out of there. That showed strength for this country for the first time in 4 years.
Well, he definitely gets the badass award for standing up and saying, fight, fight, fight. And that's fucking bold, man. I don't know. I think of myself as a strong guy, but I don't know that I'd be that. I'd be like, I would have stood up and said, get me the fuck out of here. Not, wait a minute. I got to show everybody I'm okay. I'd be like, fuck you. I'm out of here.
I'd like to think that I'd be that badass, but I don't think I would.
I don't think I would either. I'd be like, yeah, put your hands over my head and run me the fuck out of here now.
Yeah, can you please take pictures of the dead shooter, please, before I get up to go anywhere?
Yeah. No,
and I'll wait till this entire place is evacuated.
You're damn right. I agree with him. That picture wouldn't exist if I was running security. You're damn right it wouldn't.
So, I don't think that they let him up. I think that he forced his way up.
What I'm saying is, I don't care how he got up there. The minute he got up there, he should have been tackled. He should have been wrestled to the ground. Because that's what security does.
But they were saying, let's move, shoot her down, let's move.
Yeah, I get it.
So how's he going to move? Crawl?
Why? You're overlooking the obvious. If they thought that there was no longer a threat, then why did they have to move him in tandem? They didn't know if there was still a threat, which is why they surrounded him and put their hands over his head and everything else to protect him, to get him to the fucking bulletproof car. They didn't know that the threat was done. And those cameramen offered a threat. They offered a threat. I know it didn't turn out to be one, but it's still at that time, in that moment, that there's still a threat. And that is a huge. And I guarantee when they have the hearings over that, they will bring up these two cameramen about what an unbelievable breach of protocol that is. To not knock them to the ground, take those cameras off them, and hold them there and arrest them.
Well, I certainly agree with you that there were mistakes that were made, huge mistakes. But I'm trying to figure out whether I believe any of these conspiracies that
Well, it's too early to tell.
that you and Eric are going to talk about tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if I want to listen because then I might get so angry.
You might get mad.
I might get like beyond pissed.
And let me tell you, Eric has thrown me no less than 25 different conspiracies in 2 days. But he's that guy. He doesn't believe anything. He believes less than I do, less than you do. He doesn't believe anything. And good. We need that. We need those checks and balances. And I don't know that I'm going to believe everything that I don't believe some of the stuff that he said, but whatever. Much like this show. I don't have to be in there going, oh, good point. Everything's right. You know?
I liked having a little heated discussion today.
Yeah, I did too. I have no problem with that. I'm not Chiselka. I'm not going to be like, this isn't how we unite everybody.
I looked specifically over his Facebook page like with a fine-tooth comb, dude, to see if he was going to say anything about what happened so I could pounce on it. And I still am. Because I am ready for that battle.
Oh, my God. It's not nice, John.
Is it true? I mean, I know he's a nice guy. I've done shows with him, and he's
definitely
a very nice guy.
he definitely will lean into the conspiracy theory. Eric definitely will lean into, if you say that it's hot outside, he'll be like, well, that's because of a HARP and, clearly the government is running the HARP machine, which is making the sun 2 degrees hotter than it would normally, or whatever the fuck.
8 o'clock tonight?
Yeah, 8 o'clock tonight.
Rumble,
chrisaiken.net. That's AKINCHRISAKIN.
Presents.
Yeah, Chris Aiken Presents is the name of the show.
See, look, we got you extra listeners today.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look at that.
Believe me, dude, the listeners are out wanting to talk about this thing. Dude, even the show here, this show, at one point we had like 100 people on Rumble. Which that's pretty good for us. 7 right now we have 70 on Rumble and 10 more on, what is this, Facebook or whatever?
No.
10 on YouTube.
Can't watch on Twitter or X.
Yeah, sorry. They screwed us on that one, but
yeah, there's 9. One premium account. I got to buy another one now.
Yeah, I'm not buying another one. Fuck them. But yeah, 9 on YouTube and 1 on Facebook. So we got some people today.
Wrap up this show today. So yeah, have a good show tonight with Eric.
I can't wait. It'll be fun.
I'm going to be out, but we'll watch it the rerun when he posts it.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and I love to mix it up. So,
and then I will be screaming and throwing shit around the house and trying to comment and.
Well, you're welcome to chime in if you're so inclined.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening today, Wednesday. I'm sure we'll have more. The RNC kicks off today, and hopefully there's no other attempts at somebody's life.
Let's hope not. Let's not look that weak again, please.
No. But thanks everybody for watching. God willing, we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
See ya. Where's the thing? See you, folks.